It has been over 3 years now since Russia launched its war against Ukrainian people, and at that time we vowed to stand with them for as long as it takes. And that commitment is just as valid today as it was some years ago. Temporary protection, we are talking about that today, was a part of our commitment to the Ukraine, an unprecedented measure to show solidarity with the millions of people uprooted by Russia's illegal aggression. Today's set of proposals we are presenting now, and which Vice President Virkkunen and myself presented to the College this morning, is actually a testament, another testament to this commitment. And the current rules on temporary protections are set to expire in March 2026. Therefore, also, of course, in close coordination with the Member States and with the Ukrainian authorities, we are proposing to extend temporary protection further until March, the 4th of March 2027. Why are we doing that? Because this provides legal certainty for the EU member states. It provides reassurance to the Ukrainians that they don't need to apply for asylum. And thirdly, it provides and avoids actually risks of overburdening national asylum systems. We are supporting this extension with funding to the member states hosting displaced persons. A further 4 billion euros in Home Affairs funds on top of the 15 billion euros in cohesion funds already unlocked for this purpose. After all, hosting 4.3 million people creates some challenges, of course, also financially for the member states, and some member states have been, of course, also under particular pressure. Of course, temporary protection is designed to be temporary. That's pretty obvious. It's in the name, actually, and this is why, as part of today's proposal, we are also putting in place an exit strategy and preparing for displaced people to return to Ukraine once they are able to, when temporary protection actually ends. And this reflects our dialogue with the member states, with Ukrainian authorities, and also with the Ukrainians here in the European Union. It is clear that the future of Ukraine depends on getting its people back. That's what the Deputy Prime Minister always told me in the last months. The situation in Ukraine is, of course, still volatile, so we need to be flexible also. If a ceasefire is agreed and sustained, of course, something we all continue to hope for, we will need to adapt. There is always the possibility to end temporary protection before the 4th of March 2027. And in all cases, we are encouraging member states to start now to help people transition to a national status that better, in a way, reflects their circumstances. For example, if they are working, they could be switched to a work visa, or if they are studying, of course, to a student visa, just to mention 2 examples. It is also important to support Ukrainians in their choices. Ukraine is facing labor market shortages, for instance. There are some who are already willing and also able to return, and we should support this as well. And we are asking member states to help those considering return by supporting exploratory trips, so-called go-and-see visits. And when the time comes to end temporary protection, we also have to be, I think, mindful of Ukraine's absorption capacity. We can't do everything from one day to another, of course, and we're therefore asking member states to put in place voluntary return programs to allow a staggered and organized return to Ukraine. That could be over a period of a year after the temporary protection ends. And we are also urging member states to make use of the flexibilities under the rules. We make exceptions, of course, for vulnerable cases until their needs can be met in the Ukraine. And for families with children in school, we allow them to finish out their school year without disruptions. There will still be a lot of uncertainty, of course, for people returning, how home will look like at the end of the day, from everything to jobs, to housing, to schools, you name it. And I will give the floor now to Deputy Prime Minister to explain the concept he has put forward to support Ukrainians in their choices, the unity hubs. I think that's a very wise approach the Deputy Prime Minister has taken. The European Union fully supports these initiatives in concrete ways. First of all, through the funding I mentioned before. And in addition, I will appoint a special envoy for Ukrainians in the European Union to work with the member states on the one hand, but also, of course, with Ukraine and with international organizations to support the unity hubs. And the EU's solidarity platform on Ukraine will serve as an operational link also at a technical level.